A diabolical genius known as the Maker created his ideal Earth by systematically preventing anyone from ever becoming a superhero. To rule his perfected Earth, he placed supervillains in charge of different regions, and together the Maker's Council quietly orchestrated the history of the world. Among them are Ra and Khonshu, who oversee Africa, all but the impenetrable isolated kingdom of Wakanda. But when Ra and Khonshu planted an assassin with Wakanda's borders, King T'Challa was forced to send the kingdom into war with spies leaking Wakanda's secrets to Ra and Khonshu. Black Panther trusts no one except his sister Shuri, his wife Queen Okoye, and Killmonger and Storm, two guerrilla fighters who rescued T'Challa from an ambush and who led to a hidden mysterious green ore that Ra and Khonshu seek. Ultimate Black Panther, Volume 1, Issue 5. T'Challa learns that this is not vibranium, but a composition unlike anything anyone has ever seen. There could be more of this mysterious green ore. T'Challa says this is what Ra and Khonshu want. Shuri and I have analyzed it. While its nature remains unknown, I have a theory. Aurora, I will need a bit of your ability. Please, can you charge the vibranium rod? Storm charges up the vibranium rod with a plant in close proximity. Upon the vibranium charging and emitting energy, this element causes the plant to grow, not just slowly, but at an astronomical rate. The plant gets bigger and bigger, and suddenly it fills up the whole testing area. T'Challa tells his sister, incinerate it. Shuri incinerates the plant. T'Challa says, in isolation, this new element is, for a lack of better term, dormant. But in a combination with the presence of vibranium and the release of kinetic energy, this material creates accelerated biological development. I suspect it also affects non-biological materials. Its properties are alchemical. T'Challa further adds, this material enhances life. You found it in temple because the culture worshipped it. They worshipped it because to them it had a power of a god. Black Panther continues, tell no one of this. Ra and Khonshu have been silent. Shuri, we need to find them. I need to see the Vodu-Khan. At the temple of the Vodu-Khan, T'Challa says, I do not need parables or prophecies. Wakanda needs the truth. The Vodu-Khan responds, your father respected the Voodoo-Khan's Black Panther answers, and now he is dead. The Voodoo-Khan knows more than they speak. T'Challa says, you know what I found, and I believe you know what it does. So tell me, what is it? He is, of course, referring to the green ore. T'Challa is seeking the truth, not parables, mysteries, but the truth, as the Voodoo-Khan only offers possibilities. The Voodoo-Khan says, there is fear in your voice, my king. You should measure it and master it. The truth is, you hold a throne in the era of great change for Wakanda, for Africa, for the world. I will tell you what the Voodoo-Khan believes, and you could decide if I am being honest. The Voodoo-Khan says, two trails of fire come from the sky. They found Africa, each with great power, the power that changes the direction of time. Their origins are unknown. Those who found them call them the tears of gods. One of them you know, the indestructible element that has aided Wakanda, what science calls vibranium. The other you do not. The other spreads life like a plague. Your science has no name for it and has been blind to its existence. That is the mysterious green ore. The Voodoo-Khan continues to say, everything in the universe has its opposite. Light and dark, death and life. This is the opposite of vibranium. It is no less powerful. Vibranium makes our weapons, our shields, our machines. It is the god of material. Think of its opposite as the god of flesh. It can accelerate life from it. Whole kingdoms can be born. This is what Ra and Khonshu want. They want its power to form a new kingdom. Wakanda will have its opposite. Such is the way of things. I have seen what is to come. The Voodoo-Khan speaks again in parables and mysteries, saying, I have seen you in solitude. I have seen what you will find. You will try to master it. You will reason and power, and it will laugh at you. It will change you, and you will beg for its change, but not before you will scream. T'Challa says, I will not beg or scream. The Voodoo-Khan explains, all things scream when they are born, and all things are born afraid, reborn. But first you must prepare for war, not like before, like nothing your father, your grandfather ever knew. I knew you do not trust the Voodoo-Khan or the ways of seeing the secrets you believe we hold, but we must trust you to lead us, to protect Wakanda. You must not let Ra and Khonshu claim this power. Sacrifice anything you must or can, for all those who believe in it are in your hands. My king, be swift and certain. My king, for now your enemies travel fast. Khonshu, in the Moon Knight armor, has captured a Wakandan farmer who he is torturing. He also killed the farmer's son and destroyed their village. Khonshu declares, I owe you a life, a home, and I will repay my debts. Khonshu searches for the Black Panther while the farmer, still having faith in the Black Panther's justice, expresses his belief that the Black Panther will punish Khonshu. Khonshu responds, "You speak of him like he's a god, yet a god stands before you now, and this god demands something from you, farmer. This god will give you purpose. This god will give you power." As Khonshu leans over the farmer, his head obscured, he delivers blows to the farmer's face, eliciting screams of pain. As Shuri analyzes the green ore, she struggles to determine its nature. Suddenly, all her screens begin glitching, and electricity surges her lab. On the other side, Khonshu is busy constructing a portal. Khonshu remarks, "Serve your god, farmer." The farmer emerges from the portal wearing Moon Knight armor and wielding a sword, clearly intent on confronting Shuri and acquiring the green ore. The possessed farmer in Moon Knight armor attacks Shuri, declaring his allegiance to Khonshu. The farmer swung his sword, but Shuri swiftly dodged and retaliated with a blade from her forearm. She cried out for Wakanda as she lunged at him, but the farmer quickly countered with a powerful knee strike to her stomach. Shuri fought back, slamming the possessed Moon Knight into the wall. With each punch, she turned the tide of battle in her favor. Despite the farmer's disability with a blade through his hand, Khonshu continued to direct him. The possessed farmer screaming reveals the Moon Knight's light within him. He breaks the protective glass holding the ore. As he reaches out to grab the ore, he is electrocuted before his hand can touch it. It is Storm who saves the day by electrifying the Moon Knight, increasing the electricity. However, suddenly the Moon Knight disappears. Aurora comments that he's gone, but not by her hand. Aurora asks what is happening, and Shuri responds, "I don't know." The farmer has been teleported back with the green ore. Khonshu says, "You have served your god well, farmer. Be with your son." As he examines the green ore, Ra enters the scene. Khonshu continues, "I told you Wakanda would do our work for us. Look what they found, Brother Ra. It's been a long evening. I need rest. Tomorrow we will build a kingdom." Next, Ultimate Black Panther, Volume 1, Issue 6.